I'd be breaking down how you can buy, as well as 5% down payment. Push to the back, 10-foot on this level. Functionality wise, I love this. And this is not an MDF sheet, right? It's melamine. Here you have your little spice rack. So that's why one of the reasons we're getting a higher rent. A few minutes to the university, appraisal came in at 3.4 million with 5% down payment, which is $150,000. The net worth could be home equity, jewelry, assets, RSPs, DFSAs. Asset is strong and stable for long term. All right, guys. So this would be another video. Again, talking about more about CMHC MLI Select and these multi-units, which is going in inner city here in Calgary. Now, that's a fourplex with suites. That's another one which is coming up, and we are going to be taking a look at that one, which is already completed and it's rented. And it's rented for $2,900, $3,000 per unit, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Let's go inside and check it out. Now, you guys, make sure to stay until the very end of the video, because I'd be breaking down how you can buy something like this or that for as well as 5% down payment. Most of you guys already know it. Now let's go inside and check it out. So in the back, before we step in, we have 4-car garage, right? So that's the max parking you have. Even though there's 8 families living there, 4 just goes there. The rest of the people can just park on the street. And the city requirement is per unit, you need 0.5 parking. So for 8 units, you need full parking. These 2 trees were already there. We couldn't really remove it. If you see, it just mentions it's a city tree. I think to take this down, they were charging us 20 grand or something. So, which is so stupid. On the exterior, looks really nice. So you have hardy, big large windows, obviously. That's brick veneer. That's fake brick. It's not real brick. It looks amazing. There's a concrete wall right there, which is a fire separation wall all the way to the top. Kind of looks ugly. You don't have to build that anymore. A lot of concrete right in the back. All the electrical, all of that is there. Gas line is right there. These 2 are bicycle storage, and then rest of that are access to the garage. Now, the way that this is designed is you have 1 unit there, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th unit is right here. So this is there's one way where people have designed where all the access to the above units are through the front, and through the back. Once you go there, I'll show you in a bit. That's an access to the basement unit for the corner. The rest of the access are between, so you just walk this way and then get into that right there, okay? So this is also another bike storage, just a little path right here. So on the exterior, all of this, aspen trees, that's also a city requirement. Nicely done. They completed this project in less than about 8 months. Let's go inside. Well, welcome to the new project. Okay, as soon as you step inside, the way it's designed, so this is going to be a dining area. Okay, so it's interesting. So your dining area is right in front of the property, and kitchen is right in the middle. Sometimes people do a design where kitchen is pushed to the back. It's kind of like a center showpiece of this living area, right? You have a huge, massive island with those overhang, perfect for your breakfast and lunch and dinner, everything what you want to call it, and you have your formal dining area. Very nice, clean backsplash, a little bit matte finish, subway style tiles there. And these are high ceilings, so it's 10-foot on this level, 9-foot in the basement, and 9-foot on the 2nd floor as well, you guys. So right here, this kind of looks like a gas fireplace, but it is an electric fireplace. So this is your living entertainment wall. That's your main area. So this is kind of like your storage here for your jackets and clothes if you were to come from the exterior, which is from your small tiny backyard, which is the most you can get anyway for these multi-family builds. And so yeah, going upstairs. So the way since we have the 10-foot ceiling, functionality wise, I love this because you have the powder room door just off of the landing. It's not from your living space, rather it's just from the landing, and you have a good size powder room, and you have about 8-foot ceiling. You're able to do it because you have a 10-foot on the main floor. Now going upstairs, so all the flooring material that you see, it's kind of like wood, but it's all vinyl, and it's all 5mm vinyl with a little bit of insulation that we put to damp the waste that would potentially get transferred down to the basement. So this is the master bedroom. So since it's a 1250 square feet, this is the most you could get. This would fit in a queen bed, not really a king. That's your closet And that's just a master suite with a standing shower. Now, as you notice, we gave the bed the vinyl material rather than having tiles, which can cause like issues with the mold, or sorry, the grouting and the mold and leaks, and you have to constantly do a lot of caulking for the maintenance. This is the laundry, so every unit has their separate laundries, and then laundries are all for on the upper level. It's all stacked. That's what you can do. And these are the two bedrooms. That's a common washroom. So in this bedroom, you guys, this is the smallest bedroom, but we gave a much larger window. Obviously the blinds are there, so we don't have a lot of light coming in now. But you can see how we infused some vaulted height to this room to really make it feel an extra little bit spacious. Because, or else if it was just 8 foot or even 9 foot, this would just feel very compact. Like even if you put a queen bed, you would just come right up onto here, and you can't really open this closet, right? So this is rented. I think the tenants are moving in October the 1st and in September. This is rented for $3,000. All the other units are rented for $2,900. So the kitchen, you guys, so the way that this design is, like, this is a darker shaped kitchen. I can't really show you the other kitchens because it's already rented and people have moved in already. But the middle two units are lighter shaped kitchen. Everything is lighter, like dark opposite. And so it's white countertops rather than black, etc. Right? So over here, like very classy wood fan range. You know, this is an oven inside. Yeah, that should come down easy to clean, easy to maintain. Less of a fire hazard compared to gas. That's your microwave right here. And then lots of storage, large drawers. And this is not an MDF sheet, right? It's melamine parking board that we use. It just gives you a better, smoother quality. So this is not really built for, let's say, rental purposes, more so someone wants to buy and live, right? So that's why one of the reasons we're getting a higher rent in the inner city community. A lot of times people are like, hey, we're not getting a good rent. It's either one, your rent is too high for the kind of project that you have. And then right here, you have your little spice rack. And then this would be more for your like wine storage. We just have to put those nets and then you can do that. Here you have the garbage right next to your sink, right? All these little things does matter more. Shelving, lots of storage underneath there. Dishwasher is right here. So it's a very functional kitchen overall. And then most people come here, they absolutely fall in love with the kitchen. This is the most we could do for a 1,200 square feet space anyway. So how can you buy this property with just 8 units, brand new built in the community of Mount Pleasant here in Calgary? Just a few minutes to the university, a few minutes to the state. It's a hot location. Downtown is right there. You can see the skyline right from this property right here, you guys. Now, so something like this is value. I think the appraisal came in at 3.4 million. Probably sell for 3.1, 3 million, 3.1 million. But CMHC MLI Select Program allows you to be able to buy something like this for only $3 million, okay? Sorry, with 5% down payment, which is $150,000 off of $3 million. So CMHC basically looks for your net worth. It has to be 25% minimum of the purchase price. So $750,000 net worth. Could be home equity. It could be your jewelry, assets, RSPs, TFSAs, Bitcoin, or business valuation, all of that stuff. And it could be one person, it could be 5 people coming together buying this as an investment property. And then the best of all is an insured mortgage. Apart from that, it's a 50-year amortized mortgage. So your mortgage payments monthly is lower. So even if it's brand new and it's very price type technically, and your leverage is 95% loan to value, you still be able to, the property will take care of itself, right? So you make a little bit of cash flow after property management and everything, but at least the asset is strong and stable for long term. Now, this is not for everybody. You gotta, as I said, it's more so for seasoned investors who wants to get into this game of larger apartment buildings. You can buy minimum 5 units, you can go all the way to 1,000 units. They don't really care, as long as you can show the net worth and show that, hey, you can handle this kind of a project. So something like this, right now we are renting it for $2,900, $3,000 up, and $1,500 in the basement. Oh yeah, forgot to show you the basement. Let's go check out the basement. But yeah, you guys, like, this is a great program. And you know, usually if you want to get into an apartment building, you got to put 20%, 25%, and that would be an older one. This is new. It's got 10-year warranty. You don't have less things to break down, so to speak. And since all the appliances and everything would be under warranty, it's hassle free, right? And these stuff inner city communities would appreciate. It's more about the land itself. So this thing, if it's 3 million now, 10 years from now, it'll be with a 3% inflation rate, which obviously we all know it's higher, but a 30% increase would give you $900,000 over the span of 10 years. That's almost $100,000 every year on a $150K investment. Now, also the other catch is there's about 1% lender fee, and there's a lot of other fees involved: appraisal fee, environmental site assessment, a few things like that. Sorry to be throwing random names at you, jargons, but if you have any questions, you guys, like, feel free to reach out. I can connect you with the right people. If you're looking for investments like this, or whether buying the land and building it, or buying a finished product like this in inner city here in Calgary or Edmonton, we could help you. But let's go check out the basement now. This one is a 1-bedroom suite, you guys. Let's go check it out real quick. I'll just take the shoes off here. So all the basement units are pretty much the same. So this is where the mechanical room is, and that's the basement. Both of these are fire-rated doors. And you have 2 furnaces. You know, the main water supply is right here, electrical, tankless water system, right? So now with the CMHC upgrades, you gotta have separate self-contained mechanical rooms. This was done with CMHC. Actually, last year we got the COI, which is Certificate of Insurance, so we got away with it. So all the new constructions we are doing is we have self-contained, you know, mechanical room for upper units separate, and then down here separate, and all units will have individual meters. So you will have 8 different meters for water, electricity, gas, etc. Now this is the suite. So it's about 500 square feet. You have, you know, identical kitchen design from upstairs or the upper unit. A 1 full common washroom and a big size bedroom. Now this is 9-foot ceiling. However, since because of the bulkhead, we use a little bit of space. But this is the most we can do. Oh yeah, and then we have a little bit more storage right here. Just underneath the stairs. This is where the laundry goes stacked again. We do have some pumps, even though there's no waterboarding near here. Just want to make sure if there's any sort of flooding or plumbing, at least, because the builder is giving warranties for these. They want to make sure everything gets dried out. So you have 4 sump pumps in all 4 units. That's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to share it with someone who would also find value in it, so I can keep doing this. Keeps me motivated. And I'll see you in the next one. And if you have any other questions, whether it be building or buying the CMHC MLI products, etc., hit me up and I'll connect with the right folks. And I'm a licensed real estate agent here for residential. My brother's commercial, so we work together as a team. We got a lot of these projects here in Calgary and Edmonton. I'll wait for your call and I'll see you next one. Ciao.